Hey everyone, we've been talking all things to do with building a strong and healthy back, and that means we've been exploring a lot of different exercise variations for this movement here, which is a horizontal pull, also known as a row. Now, what we have today is by far the most advanced and challenging exercise variation, which is a bent over barbell row, which looks just like so. I'll show you how to set up and execute that lift in just a moment, but know this, it is extremely challenging for two different reasons. And number one is to maintain that bent over position, you could tell you're gonna need a lot of hamstring flexibility, glute strength, core stability, and muscular endurance along the extensors of the back. So if you're still a beginner, if you're someone that is learning your technique still, or you've had a history of a back injury like a disc issue or something as simple as a muscle strain, stay away from this exercise variation and continue to work on one of your other rowing variations like a seated cable pulley row, or even using dumbbells or kettlebells in a chest supported row. Okay, that brings me into reason number two why this is so challenging is because you're traditionally working with a lot of weight when you move to a barbell. Okay, the barbell is 7 feet in length but 45 pounds in weight. Okay, they do make smaller, lighter barbells, but traditionally you're moving to a barbell because you have run out of weights with the kettlebells or the dumbbells and you're moving into a lot more weight. When you move into a lot more weight, your sets and repetitions need to change. So that's when you're traditionally working in a repetition range of 5 or 10 reps to build a lot of muscle size or to build some serious strength. Okay. Now let's look at setup and execution of the lift. I always like to walk up to the barbell to where when I look down, the barbell is basically covering the balls of the feet and toes. Okay, when I get down into position, I want to make sure that my hands are slightly wider than shoulder width position. It's a little bit safer on the shoulder. You're also going to recruit a little bit more of the muscles of the back, like the traps and the lats that we've been talking about. Okay. The options for the grip would be either an overhand position or an underhand position. When I do an overhand position and pull my arms back, notice the position of the elbow. My elbows are rather high, and that's more of an internally rotated position, so that is one that is actually not as safe on the shoulder. If you're somebody that has struggled with shoulder discomfort, some type of injury like an AC joint separation, bicep tendon impingement, rotator cuff impingement, move to an underhand position. What you're going to do is recruit some more of the bicep, yes, but it is a lot safer and healthier position for the shoulder. Okay, so I'm going to do an overhand grip since I have healthy shoulders, but when I set up, just think about kind of pushing the hips back as if you're doing a deadlift. When I set up and grab that bar, I'm actually going to try to bend the bar upwards towards the sky. That tends to lower the elbows down and starts to create tension in the lats, the big muscles underneath the armpit, and creates tension across the middle of the back. I'm actually going to initiate the row by pinching the shoulder blades together and then bringing the bar upwards towards the chest. Now, where you want to bring the bar is not to the belly button and definitely not to the middle of the chest. You want to go basically somewhere in between. It's where the top of the abdominals meet the bottom of the ribs. Okay, so think about that as where to row. So now, to pull off the row, as I set up, I'm just going to lift the bar safely off the floor. I've already created my tension, squeeze the shoulder blades together, pull the bar up to the chest, pause for a split second, and slowly lower. Undo that shoulder blade pinch each time. That way we're engaging the rhomboids. Shoulder blade pinch, row the barbell up to the chest, pause for a split second, slowly lower, and undo the pinch. Once you're done with your sets and repetitions, place the barbell safely back on the floor and move on to your next exercise. Perform that exercise with excellent technique. Let me know how it goes.